was hard getting a ticket.
Yeah, I bet.
I had to enter a lottery to get a ticket, and then I got a ticket, but it was assigned to, and even doing that was a nightmare. I'm underselling how hard this was. It's very fucking difficult.
It's such a pain in the ass.
And you need a Japanese phone number.
Yeah.
So if you have a foreign phone number, which wouldn't accept it. And it was tied to your ID, which is a thing apparently in Japan. They do this, where concert tickets are tied to your ID. And when you go in, I thought, okay, well, that's okay. They won't check it. It won't be important. But no, they checked it at the door. Your ID matched with your ticket.
Yeah, it's supposed. So it's supposed to stop scalpers. Yeah.
So I entered this lottery, paid $140 to enter this lottery to get a ticket. I got a ticket, and then I went to PogChamps in America in August at some time.
Yep.
And Ludwig was coming, and it happened to be where the day after
the RV stream ended.
Yeah, that was the concert, and I remember I brought it up to Ludwig, and then I found out afterwards it was like his favorite song was by Yamashita, and so I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll try and get you a ticket, no promises. And I just couldn't get him a ticket. Like I entered the lottery again, couldn't get one. Entered the cancellation thing again, couldn't get one. And then he was like, "You bastard! You betrayed me! How dare you go without me?" I was like, "Dude, I can't do anything. I can't buy. Listen, if this isn't America, money can't fix every problem.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just lose a lottery, and that's life here.
Yeah. Everything's a gotcha.
Yeah. How's the concert though?
Dude, it was insane. It was
Yeah, I fucking bet. I'm so
it was
jealous.
like the best concert I think I've ever been to.
Oh shit.
I thought because the man was like 70 that he would sound older because he did all these songs like 40 years ago.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, maybe he's getting old now and he can't do it. Bro, no. Bro hadn't lost a single bit. It was crazy. It was 3 hours. Is that, am I crazy? That's long.
That's long.
Of just him singing.
That's long.
No
Normally a set is like an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe.
It was just 3 hours. And I asked people, I was like, is there like a supporting thing before? Like, what time should I go? And they're like, no, in Japan, there's no supporting acts.
I just like to think it was actually Yamashita Tatsuro just being like, listen, I have too many bangers.
Yeah.
I can't cut any of them.
I think so. I think he just has so mmany good songs that it was impossible, like, because even some of the songs that I really liked, like Someday, didn't get played. And I was like, what the fuck? Someday's like a banger.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I've grown a new appreciation for, singers, especially in concerts, that do a really, really long set after doing their own.
Hours.
Yeah, after like doing our own live show, which is 2 hours, and sometimes just fucking somehow arguing about bread on stage for a good one segment of our show. My voice is like, I could feel the tiredness in my voice by the end of this show. And I'm like, what fuck? Singers do it by themselves for 2+ hours?
It's crazy.
God damn.
It's almost like they go through vocal training.
Yeah. Well, so
okay there, Joe.
Insane, I know.
I'm sure some of you might know his music. Right on Time. What else? I'm blanking now. Morning Glory.
What's that? Yeah.
That's one of the songs.
What's that one? It's the
Christmas one?
Shine. Shine is my fucking favorite
Shine's
track.
a great one. He did the Christmas one that's really popular as well.
Yeah.
Everyone knows the song in Japan. It was just really good, but it was kind of nuts. I'd never been I thought, man, 3 hours is a long time. And I will admit, an hour and a half in, I was like kind of dozing out at one point because I was like, but it was like a really long song, like a ballad. And I don't really care about his ballad songs that much because I'm a fake fan. It was like a 9-minute song.
Yeah.
And this what, dude? It was so weird because like I've never been to a concert where he was just like, I don't know if he was ad-libbing or what. Like halfway through his songs, he would just start ad-libbing.
Yeah.
In a really cool way. It was really, really fun. And there was so many points where he would just be like, all right, sax solo time for like a minute. And the dude would go for a sax solo. And it was just so fucking hype.
Yeah, hell
The
yeah.
dude would just tear it up for a minute.
That's a real artist when you can like switch it up from like the studio version and it slaps just as hard, if not sometimes harder.
Yeah, because like I think half the songs at some point he would just go on like a riff or do something else that was really cool.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh my god, this is
like
fucking
extended
awesome.
solos and shit.
Yeah, and they had like a whole like a set that was moving as well and like light up. And it was really cool. God damn it. And yeah, dude, it was just so cool. I just like. Especially Right on Time. Right on Time was so good because it was like, oh, he went off stage, he didn't sing it, and then he came back, and everyone was like, oh my god, which obviously was going to happen.
How big was this concert? Like, was it pretty big or was it kind of low key?
4,000 capacity.
Oh yeah, that's big. That's big.
It was really strange because it was like no one. It was like I think also I saw an article that was like he had shouted at someone mid-song and stopped singing because they were like singing along in the audience. He was like, shut the fuck up.
Like, this is my song.
This is my moment.
So it's like, picture it. It's like the most biggest bangers of your life.
Yeah.
Dead silent. No one is allowed to.
Okay,
no
that's a
one-
bit weird.
No one is
Yeah.
allowed to move. No one is allowed to dance. No one is allowed to take pictures, which I agree with. It's
Yeah.
fine. But like, no one is allowed to do anything until you are signaled to clap, and then you can start. Everyone can clap together like this, and then finally, like 2.5 hours in, they finally let you all stand up, and then everyone kind of starts doing like that kind of like half dance for the.
Oh, like the aunt at a wedding dance.
Oh,
Yeah, well, because dude, I rock up to this concert. Everyone's 60.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Everyone is old. No other foreigners as well. I couldn't find a single other foreigner. It was just me surrounded by a bunch of old people, which I was happy with.
Yeah.
It was just very interesting because I felt like it was when you watch those like North Korean crowds, kind of felt like that, where it was like we are not allowed to express anything until you are told to start clapping and singing.
Like that's a big ask for that kind of music as well, right? Because if it was like when we went to the Cigaros
Such a
concert,
groovy
Yeah.
right,
banger.
it makes sense that we were like sitting and still
That was the
because
vibe,
because
you
that was
know?
the vibe of the music, and it's
Yeah.
like even if you wanted to sing along. Ain't no one in that crowd knows Icelandic, right? So it's
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
can't sing along, even if you know how it goes. So like that makes sense. But like Yamashita Tatsuno's music is made for singing and dancing to.
Yeah, it was
So the
great.
fact that they were like, so enjoy the concert. By the way, you're not allowed to express any fun whatsoever until we tell you to. It's a bit weird.
Yeah, that was the only thing that I kind of I guess for some other people, they maybe in Japan as well, they appreciate that they can just have that like experience, not having to worry about any other like sensory like distractions.
I mean, sure.
But there was one Japanese dude, one brave man down in the front.
Right.
Who was just going like full like the Carlton dance in the front, like he was going crazy, like no one else was dancing, and I was like the balls on this man to do it. I respect it. I respect it.
Hell yeah.
and
There's
it
always
was
one.
Dude, it was such an amazing. I've already decided because apparently he does it every single year. He does like a 4-month long tour every single year in Japan.
Right.
So I'm definitely going back if he does it again.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
we
hell
should
yeah.
all try and go next year.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
fun fact: you can't buy tickets in more than groups of 2.
Oh,
So
awesome.
if you can only apply in groups of 2.
Oh, sorry, Gant, you're gonna have to stay behind.
And so let's say no. So we could all apply as groups of 2.
But
right?
if one of you wins lottery, the other
Yes.
group can't. Yeah.
Well, like me and Joe might get tickets, you might not. Or we all might get tickets and we cannot sit next to each other. Me and Joe will be next to each other, but you
Yep.
won't be next to me.
yeah.
This is like insane. Like I just don't understand how there's not a better way.
That's weird because every concert I've been to in Japan where it's like a lottery system, it's always the max is always 4.
really, this one was 2.
That's weird. I've never heard of 2.
Because I
I'm
figured
saying,
I was gonna,
saying when I applied for Taylor Swift tickets, which I'm seeing Taylor Swift in February, by the way, in Japan.
Wow.
By the way, which is like out of left field, but did it because Sydney's mum is like a
Did you
massive.
enter the lottery?
Huh?
You entered the lottery?
Yeah, we had to enter the lottery, and somehow we won on like Taylor Swift tickets as well.
You can also like mass purchase lotteries, but
Yeah.
problem is if you win all like 4 or 5, you've already paid the deposits. They just take your money.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a huge gap.
So that's when you have to like start ringing up people, being like, "Hey, I got tickets. You want
But
to?"
that's the thing, though. It's why I didn't get any extra tickets because you had to sign everyone up with the full IDs and mobile numbers.
Yep.
And if you won on that lottery ticket with that ID, you were not allowed to change it.
That is
Yeah.
so weird.
Which I've
never heard of that.
I hate that they did this because I feel like, yes, scalping is a huge issue and there needs to be something done about it. And this is definitely one way of combating it. But there should also be we can make it equally as convoluted and complicated. We can make it impossible, but there should be a way that you can transfer the ticket if you have a genuine reason to someone else. Like,
Yeah.
make it really, really difficult so scalping becomes a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
Um,
because scalping is fucking asshole move, and that needs to like I don't know how you combat it without going through this much.
But the fact that I
Red
can't, if I
tape.
have like 3 mates, I can't go to a concert and sit next to all of us. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck. Like that's, I mean,
The experience, you sacrifice the experience, and it's because of the fucking scalpers at the end of the day, unfortunately. But I mean, I feel like 2 is a little bit of a low number. It should be at
Yeah.
least 4.
well,
should
we've
be
seen
4.
America's method of combating now. They've
How?
made it so that if you make over, I think it was something like it wasn't a lot. It was like maybe $1,000 or less than $1,000. If you make over $1,000 selling tickets, you get taxed quite a lot.
Okay.
So now they're being punished by the
Yeah.
IRS. The ultimate punishment.
The ultimate mood killer.
Yeah.
They realized that Ticketmaster wasn't
The
gonna do
enemy
shit.
of my enemy is my friend, actually.
There's this one entity you can count on to smack down on a group of people being shit. It's the tax man.
Yeah.
They come down. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. Normally bad, but
Yeah.
occasionally they ever win.
Was that the first concert you'd ever been to in Japan?
Yeah. I'd been to really small concerts, but they were all like
no big
friends, or it was never like a really big one. Never a Japanese artist, but I want to go to more city pop ones. It'd be fun.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like I want to go see Henri live. That'd be fun. Or Maruichi Takeshita. Yeah, she's Takeshita now. She's married to Takeshita. That'd be fun to watch.
Yeah.
She's got bangers too.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, Tetsuo's got so many bangers back to back. He's got so many.
He's gotta stop. You know something's a banger when Connor is getting this passionate about beeps and boops.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
I know.
Well, you listen to because he re-released the Right on Time album, and it's literally just like all his bangers, and it's just like 50 minutes of just non-stop bangers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So good.
That I've been trying to get that vinyl for ages now, and like the cheapest I found it for was like $500.
Wait, the original? Because they have the re-release one. Which just came out.
But I want the original.
That'd be impossible.
Yeah, and I just can't find it. And when I have found it, it's like, would you like to pay $2,000 for an LP? I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Also, mid-song, because I guess this is a thing in Japan, he would just talk a bunch.
Oh yeah, that is a thing in Japan.
Yeah, MCing.
They do a bunch of talking, and a bunch of people would laugh occasionally, but the one that got like the biggest shock reaction, I guess this is just a Japan thing. At one point he goes, yes, I haven't drank in 2 years, and everyone goes, and I was like, no, they never reacted. The whole crowd gasped, and I'd never seen anything like this in Japan.
I swear, some concerts I've been to in Japan with like a primarily Japanese audience, like when the artist starts emceeing and like there's an audience reaction, it just sounds like a sitcom.
It was like mostly like laughs, and it was
Yeah.
pretty, and because he was talking about like just how he's old. That was his main joke that he kept saying, and he was like, I don't know why there's young people here. I didn't listen to old people when I was young.
He just called you out.
He saw you and he was just didn't know foreigners were here as well.
Yeah. So, and he's making fun of some of the laws that Japan was trying to make. It was very. I'm sure if they could translate, everyone would go based. Yeah, very based. But that was very interesting. I guess because it's the older demographic. Old people in Japan, all old people in Japan drink.
Yeah.
I don't think I've met a single person in Japan over the age of 50 that doesn't drink.
My granddad.
Really? Damn.
He never drank,
Damn. It's so rare in Japan.
but he smoked like 7 packs.
Yeah,
of CDs, so-
okay.
We all got a vice.
Choose one.
I reckon he's probably a stoner that was born in the wrong country.
I don't know about that, but he loved his Marlboros, that's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've only been to a few concerts in Japan, but they all pretty much follow that formula, especially if it's a Japanese artist. It's very different from like the kind of like they always have a story behind like after every song or preceding like every song about a little monologue about something going on in their lives.
When I wrote this song, I was 30 years old and I was at a turning point in my life. Yeah, it's always some shit like that. And I'm just like, that's cool and all, but like, just, you know, it's fine. Like,
Yeah.
I get the law and it's like, it's sentimental and it's cool and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But it's like, after a while, you go to enough concerts and it's like, oh, let me guess.
Yeah.
You wrote this song when it was a turning point in your life. All right, cool.
Near the end of the show, there was like this merch presentation live where like some guy kept handing like it was on an easel. Like merch kept coming out on a stand. It was very funny. It was very Japanese. It was, and here we have Exhibit A, merch number 1. Please go buy it.
Yeah.
And then he was just. It's very funny.
I love like the dichotomy between like a Japanese artist in Japan and how they do their concerts versus a Western band or artist. Because like, you know, because when I went to go see the Pillows, it was very similar. Whereas like, you know, like because it was also like you know, during like the beginning of COVID as well, right? So it's like you're not allowed to like cheer, you're not allowed to like take videos and photos, which is one that's very rare. I'm sure you weren't allowed to take videos and photos.
Yeah, no,
right?
I wanted this to just take one little picture, just for memories.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
set was so cool.
Yeah.
But there was a dude literally right behind me. He would have clapped
Yeah,
me.
exactly. And it's like, and you know, there's always like some MCing segments and all that. Like it's kind of formulaic. And people are like, when I went to go see like Bad Religion at the Punk Spring, there was a huge sign at the beginning of their gig that was just like, no crowd surfing.
Oh, okay.
You know, and like no moshing. There was like 2 big signs that were just like
stop
that.
it.
Yeah.
Bad Religion came out and they were like, fuck these signs. Start moshing, start crowd surfing right now. Fuck the police.
Oh my god.
And then immediately Japanese people were like, well, I mean, if they say so. 3 dudes start crowd surfing. I'm just like, there we go. That's what's up.
That's the way to go.
There we go. That's
I mean,
how you go to a punk
if
concert.
it's not in the contract.
Yeah.
Like they just didn't give a fuck.
Meanwhile, I'm really hoping that when I go see the Taylor Swift concert, that she does that thing about when she introduces the song. I haven't seen it before until it started blowing up on TikTok, but she has like this really cheesy kind of like introduction to every song.
You know those times when you see a boy and you just think to yourself, wow, he's going to be trouble, and then trouble starts playing.
Wait, is that what she does?
That's what she does.
That sounds great.
At the beginning of every single Taylor Swift concert, she's like, my name is Taylor Swift, and I was born in 1989. And then everyone's like,
real?
yeah!
Is this real?
It's
Yeah,
real.
it's
There's,
real.
there's so many TikToks of it. It's so funny.
I did not know how big of a deal Taylor, like I knew she was a big deal, but I did not know how big of a deal it was to go to like one of her live concerts until like we somehow managed to get tickets, you know, for Sydney's mum's birthday. And only when I started telling people, they're like, what? You got ticket? You get to see Taylor Swift live? Because I saw there was an article that like when she goes to a city to do a concert, it has like such a big economic effect on that city. It's almost like the Super Bowl going to that city, which
this current like tour that she's on right now, it's like spanning for like a year and a half. And it's considered to be one of the biggest and most lucrative tours ever in the music industry.
Damn.
I can't imagine.
I just what is she doing, man?
Dude, she's fucking Scrooge McDucking, like everything. Like she's drowning in
I
money.
guess it's weird because I knew she was really popular, but it kind of felt like just this year in particular, it just became crazy.
I don't know why.
Maybe the tour. Maybe it's for the tour.
Maybe it's the tour, but it's also because like Taylor Swift fans are like insane.
Come on, man. Don't disrespect them. Call them Swifties, all
Okay,
right?
Swifties.
God damn.
Okay.
I guess you can talk about this because Sydney's mum is the head of the Swiftie Council.
She is literally like the head of the Swiftie Council in her like local area.
Yeah.
Like you know how basically how like most places have like a neighborhood watch or something, you know.
Yeah, the Swiftie Watch.
They have the Swiftie
Swiftie
watch, yeah, and she basically runs that. She was such a big like Swiftie that there was like some ticket controversy or some ticket issues in like the America tour that was going on.
Oh, the Ticketmaster thing,
the
right?
Ticketmaster
Yeah.
thing, and you know news outlets were doing reports on it, and one of the people they contacted was Sydney's mum. And
It's like live just now, we have the representative of the Swiftie community here in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
It's just Sydney's mom.
so, you know, Sydney's had her 15 minutes of fame, but she's never been on national TV before. Because her mum's now been on national TV as Swiftie. So that is now her title.
Awesome.
But yeah, it's like she tells me stories about just like all of like the Taylor Swift fans like worldwide doing meetups, and no matter where she goes in the world, she always has like people that she can hit up because there are Swifties all over the world that she can kind of do a meetup with. And I'm like, this is an insane network right now.
It's crazy. It's like it's dare I say, almost cultish.
It is a little bit.
It is kind of scary, you know, when you like, you know, because like personally, like I think Taylor Swift's just okay. Like she's made some hits. A lot of her stuff I think is just kind of mid, but like, goddamn, if I said that to I'd be scared to say that to a Swiftie, even if I know they might be cool with me.
Be like, which era did you listen to?
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, I like a couple of songs, and then they'll be like, name all of them. You know, I know that if I went up to Sydney's mom and I was just like, full respect to Taylor Swift, I just think she's okay. If I said anything else, I know Sydney's mom would be cool with it.
Yeah, Sydney's mom is a lovely, lovely person.
Yeah.
She wouldn't say anything. It would just like she'd just probably die inside a little bit.
I'm just jealous. I wish I was that passionate about something.
I am too.
Yeah.
You know.